E33 absolutely crushed it. Like, just fucking destroyed at the Game Awards. And people are livid.
Oh man, can you hear it? Can you hear the screaming that is happening right now all over the internet? There is meltdowns happening left, right, and center, and it is glorious. Ladies and gentlemen, the Game Award.
I know you can't please everybody, right? I know you can't please everybody. But I was not expecting the sheer amount of people throwing an absolute fucking fit that this game won. That not only that it won, that it swept, deservedly so. Like, you are going to have some minority accounts, but it's not even people engagement farming. Because if it's engagement farming, you expect the blue check mark, right? They just doing it to get paid. Now, you got people out there saying this dumb shit just for the love of the game. They don't even have blue check marks or nothing. They're just that fucking mental.
Has officially come and gone, and with the announcement of Expedition 33 winning the majority of their nominated awards and sweeping the entire award show, there are people that are going crazy all over social media as expected, and the hate train is here for Expedition 33. Now, in today's video, we are going to be discussing how many awards they actually won. We're also going to be discussing a recent revelation about their budget and how small it is, and just how much this actually destroys the Western AAA gaming industry.
Dude, we were saying on Badger Stream, are we back? Like, are we back? And we're not. Obviously, we're not back. But if the trends that we're seeing do persist, we are on that road. Like, the story of Expedition 33, we thought it was wild when it sold millions of copies, when it had a small dev team of 33 people. It gets even more wild than that.
Because, quite frankly, to have this extremely small team come out and make one of the best indie RPGs of all time, to be honest with you, and do it at a time.
By the way, there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers out there. They're saying, "Oh, this is an indie game. Oh, look how much money it costs to make." First of all, by the way, 10 million is a fucking nuttin' burger, right? 10 million is nothing. But how much a game costs to make literally has no fucking impact on whether it's an indie game or not. Indie just means it's an independent studio, i.e. it doesn't have a publisher. They do it on their own. This is by fucking definition an indie game.
Where budgets are at their maximum and people are throwing money left and right to try to convince everybody that their game is absolutely amazing, Expedition 33 came out of nowhere and Sandfall Interactive is completely laughing at everybody. So hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good YouTube algorithm nonsense, and comment down below. Otherwise,
not only should you hit that like button and whatnot for Hypno and subscribe to Hypno, you should do it for your boy as well, mind you. If you're new here, and whatnot, or even if you're not new here and you just haven't liked the stream, absolutely. I thought the stream died at the pause. Was there a pause? That's weird. Nothing happened on my end. Anyway, yeah, y'all should like and sub to your boy as well.
Your view's not going to count, and to be honest with you, that kind of sucks. Let's talk about Expedition 33. So as you guys are aware, Expedition 33 was nominated for around 12 categories at the Game Awards, and this is the most nominations that any video game has received ever in Game Awards history. They ended up taking home 9 wins out of those 12 at the Game Awards, and it was unbelievable. They ended up beating out Baldur's Gate 3 in 2023, and everybody knows how successful Baldur's Gate 3 was. It was a massive video game. That is why everybody...
Another game that deserved this W, by the way. Another game, like, I've gone on record stating I've not played Baldur's Gate 3. I won't play Baldur's Gate 3. As a huge Dungeons & Dragons fan, I loathe Wizards of the Coast. I loathe what they've done with the IP. I loathe what they've done with the franchise. And more than anything, I loathe 5th edition. Now, I know there's a mod to make it, 3.5. And you know what? Maybe I'll get into that. Maybe I'll buy it when it's like on a deep sale or something. But the point is, even as somebody who doesn't like Wizards of the Coast and where they've gone, doesn't like modern D&D, I can objectively take a step back and be like, this game was incredibly made. It worked out the gate. It like truly a game changer of a game. It deserved the win. The legacy that Baldur's Gate 3 leaves behind is nothing compared to the legacy that Expedition 33 left behind. will leave behind, is leaving behind.
Everybody is super excited to check out Larian's brand new game Divinity, but we'll make another video for Divinity, although I'm super excited about that personally. So Expedition 33 ended up winning the following awards. It won Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Performance, Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, Best Role-Playing Game. All of these were won by Expedition 33. It was massive. It was glorious. And it's another example of what happens when you make a video game with actual passion instead of just being another AAA corporate slop that is made from people that actually hate gaming and hate gamers and hate everything about what they do. Meanwhile, they want to convince you that you should spend $70, $80 on their product standard before they charge you for multiple different microtransactions and DLCs. On day one, by the way. So now the fallout from this has been massive. I mean, Expedition 33 was expected to sweep. That's what everybody was thinking, except for me personally. I'll be honest with you.
Now, I don't know, people were very on the fence about whether it was going to sweep or not, and understandably so. Like, I disagree. Well, if go back to the episode, this is months ago on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Smash and Hypno were arguing whether or not it would be Game of the Year. And I took the pragmatic approach, at least what I thought was the pragmatic approach of, I actually agree with Hypno. I said it wouldn't win. However, I said I wanted it to win. Therefore, I'm throwing my hat in with Smash just because, like, I want to try and manifest that shit. But I'm with Hypno. I thought it would win some awards. I didn't think it would win Game of the Year. I figured it would get nominated. If I remember, I think Hypno said he didn't even think it would get nominated. I thought it would get nominated, but I didn't think it would win at all. I figured it'd be like something like Assassin's Creed Shadows or some dumb shit. And there's a justifiable, rational reason to think that, considering how the gaming industry has been. So yeah, I mean, it was a total, maybe not a total shock, but it was a moment of like, huh, alrighty. Oh, you said it would get nominated but not win? Okay, fair enough. There were some people who were saying they didn't even think it would get nominated. But anyway, I agreed with Hypno on that one, and I wanted to be wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. But the point is, not only did its win like signify maybe there's a change coming, so much of what we saw at the Game Awards in terms of like the reveals, the trailers, the general sentiments of people giving their speeches also was like, maybe we're back on the right track.
I thought that Expedition 33 was going to get snubbed for Game of the Year because I thought, in my mind, considering recent snubs that have happened between Black Myth Wukong and more egregiously Hogwarts Legacy, I thought that there was no way that they were going to let this very small,
Butterframe in Gold, member for 1 month, just in a $10 super chat, but didn't go through. My bank account got charged. YouTube owes you. Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Usually when that happens, it's a pre-auth charge on your bank, and it will fall off after like 3 days or so. I'm not going to swear to it because, I mean, I don't know what happened on the back end. But if you sent a super chat and it didn't go through, likely YouTube will refund that after X amount of time. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Indie team basically take down the entire Western gaming industry, considering how important the Game Awards is for all of these people that care more about their social clout than what they're actually doing at work. So I thought they were going to snub it for Game of the Year, but thankfully I was proven to be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong in this situation. The fallout has been massive. If you go on social media right now, God bless you, because it's going to be a war zone. There are people out there fighting left and right. All of the extremely forced Expedition 33 hate that is so obvious, man.
And again, there it is. It's forced. And for the blue check marks, yeah, you would think that hey, shout out, thanks for the sub, Black Man Wukong. Always love it when Black Man watches the stream. It helps remind me that even though I'm racist, I'm also right. No, jokes aside, like, yes, if you got a blue check mark and you're talking ridiculous shit on Expedition 33, yeah, that's rage bait. You're doing it to get paid. Let's be real. You're trying to get that last little bit of Christmas money. You want to make sure you give little Timmy a fucking bike or whatever, as if kids actually go outside. But the folk that are doing it, that don't have blue check marks, that aren't monetized on X, that aren't getting a dime for this, are literally like, they're that kid in 6th grade that didn't like, Spider-Man 2 just because everybody else liked Spider-Man 2. That's all it is. They're trying so hard to be different. Like the fucking goth kids that want to all be different, yet they all dress the same. There's no... Now, if it's not your sort of game or whatnot, fair enough, man. This game obviously isn't for everyone, because there's no such thing as a game that's for everyone. But let's be real, it's for a lot of motherfuckers. It was for a lot of motherfuckers for good reason. So if it's not your speed of game, I can get that. But you cannot, in good conscience and good faith, in any form of intellectual honesty, try and say this game was mid. I've been seeing mid 33, Expedition mid, shit like that. Nobody who's being any sort of intellectually honest would ever say that this game was mid. It's just objectively untrue.
You got people that are casual gamers that play like NBA 2K only, and they're out here angry because Expedition 33 swept the awards. You got people complaining, saying that no game should be winning this many awards. No.
That one's my favorite. By the way, has anyone checked on Shroud? Has anyone checked on Shroud? Make sure Shroud's okay. The people that are saying a game shouldn't be allowed to win that many awards, like that one's the most mind-boggling to me because it shows this socialist mind virus is like well and prevalent and still permeating the internet, especially permeating X. Like there are folks that think there should be a cap on how many awards a certain game is allowed to win. Are you out of here? Why? Oh, because it'd be more fair. Fuck fair. If you made a product or did a performance or whatever it may be, and it was the best, you should be rewarded for that. These are the same people that want to like, wealth tax or wealth caps because like, oh, it's unfair. Oh, it's unfair to make money doing like an objectively incredible fucking job at your job, providing a service or a product that people the world over are spending untold amounts of money. Like, no. Unfortunately, that's actually how the real world works. You do shit proper, you get fucking rewarded for it. This socialist, let's be real, this communist fucking mentality, it extends onto people bitching about what video games win how many awards. Like we are living in the precipice of a dystopia if these motherfuckers get their way.
Game is that good, whatever. Like people are just losing their minds over it, and I have a couple of examples to show you in this video. One funny example, which obviously may or may not be true, but this is a post from B-Bomb Gaming, and it says Hideo Kojima's reaction to losing Best Direction at the Game Awards to Clear Obscure Expedition 33, and you can clearly see it's obviously a GIF, but you can see when it says that it was announced, you can see him kind of scoff and smirk and laugh and look at whoever his partner is on the left, and they're like, oh, this game is winning another award again. Here we go.
Crybaby ass Kojima just upset his spaghetti. His game didn't take home shit. And like y'all know me, I'm a professional Kojima hater. Your boy doesn't like Kojima. Never have, never will. I mean, look, I won't lie. His new upcoming horror game does look kind of up my alley. I ain't even gonna front. But even so, your boy a professional fucking Kojima hater. Dude just upset spaghetti because his game didn't win. He probably would have made that exact same reaction regardless of what won if it wasn't his game because Kojima is a prima donna bitch.
Right, Hideo Kojima got a little bit humble there, but still, it's pretty funny whether it's true or not. Another example over here is a post from someone called Man from Video Game, whoever this is, and he says, Sandfall are good people, but it's infuriating how a non-Japanese studio can make a pretty typical derivative complement JRPG doing nothing different besides having realistic Unreal Engine 5 visuals and a couple of Hollywood actors and get praised as redefining the video game medium. Now, this is...
Hold on. All right. Let's analyze this particular post, right? Let's analyze this particular post because this is fucking mind-numbing. Sandfall are good people. All right, so you're trying to soften it out the gate because, like, if you're going to be a fucking dick, just be a dick. You don't need to try and put on this facade of being a good person by qualifying your statement of being retarded with something nice. You don't need to compliment sandwich this bullshit. So let's get that out of the way now. It is infuriating. So that means they are mad about this. This literally got them all up in their fifis. How a non-Japanese studio, what does that have to do with anything, can make a pretty typical derivative compliment. How is derivative a compliment? Like there is no way that in the context of this sentence that derivative is a compliment. Anyway, a non-Japanese studio can make a typical, it's obviously not typical. If it was typical, then you would see other games in the four motherfuckers standing in a line genre doing these same sorts of numbers. But they ain't. Final Fantasy Tactics would have done these numbers. I guess that's a little bit different. That's a tactical map-based game. But anyway, the point is, what are some other ones? Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on the name of it. That's Square Enix. Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler would have done these numbers. Yeah, it fucking didn't. Metaphor ReFantazio. Good. I love Atlas. I'm a huge Atlas fan. But why didn't Metaphor ReFantazio have the same cultural effect as something like Expedition 33? They did it better. It's not typical. JRPG, derivative JRPG. It ain't a fucking JRPG. Okay? JRPG means Japanese role-playing game. This ain't Japanese. Like, the reason JRPGs are called JRPGs is because there's a very distinctive Japanese element to them. This game doesn't have that. I'll be real, guys. Turn-based combat is not fucking inherently Japanese. It's not inherently JRPG. I get everybody played Final Fantasy back in the 90s and the 80s and they fucking loved it. But that's not just something that's fucking inherently Japanese. So this isn't a JRPG. Yeah, if anything, it'd be an FRPG, a French RPG, right? Doing nothing different besides having realistic Unreal Engine 5 visuals and a couple Hollywood actors. Yeah. Fucking nobody played Expedition 33 because of the Hollywood actors. All right. Nobody was like, oh, Daredevil's in this game? Well, I've got to play it. And no, I'm not being dumb. Expedition 33 is not a JRPG by fucking definition. Definitionally, it is not a JRPG. Why? Because it's not fucking Japanese. That's the pre-qualifier. Japanese. No, I know what I'm talking about. You're being obtuse and you're wrong. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, couple Hollywood actors. Fucking nobody was going to play this game because Charlie Cox was in it. All right, it is retarded.
And a couple of Hollywood actors and get praised as redefining the video game medium. Now, this is absolute code, but we're going to continue because it gets worse. He says,
no, you can be JRPG inspired. You can be inspired by the style of JRPGs, but it's not a JRPG. The same way that Avatar: The Last Airbender isn't an anime, even though it is anime adjacent. It was inspired by anime. Avatar's not an anime. The same way that this game isn't a fucking JRPG. It's not Japanese.
AAA JRPG developers are going to see the success, and instead of taking away what they should, which is
so your logic, Devil May Cry cartoon would be anime. Okay, you're saying that to him, I assume, because I didn't say that, and I've fought against it being an anime from the beginning. Anyway.
Lower budgets. AAA JRPG developers are going to see the success, and instead of taking away what they should, which is lower budgets, they'll ape Expedition 33 by going for Western cinematic slop instead of realizing that the reason it's good is because it's a love letter to the classics in anime in all but art style. Guys,
so AAA JRPG devs don't exist outside of Square Enix. Like let's be real. They don't. AAA JRPG devs don't exist outside of Square Enix and really don't even exist outside of Final Fantasy. So they're not going to take this lesson because they don't exist. Okay. Look, I love the Dragon Quest games. I do. I love, and in fact, hot take, I think Dragon Quest is more consistently good than Final Fantasy. Now, Final Fantasy, I think, has higher highs. Final Fantasy hits higher highs. Like, my favorite Final Fantasy games, I like more than my favorite Dragon Quest games. But the Dragon Quest games is more consistently good across the board. The reason I'm bringing this up, Dragon Quest games aren't fucking AAA. Those are AA games. The Tales series are all effectively AA games. The Tales games are not AAA games. So needless to say, you say it's by Bandai. Tales games are AA games. Point is, so this is an insane argument from the beginning. Atlas games include AAA games. You can maybe say Atlas. You can maybe say Atlas. I can't think of Sega putting out anything AAA that isn't Yakuza, and Atlas is just Sega's effectively their JRPG department. Maybe. I have to think on whether I consider Atlas games AAA or not. Seabrew for a 2-banger. How close are we to bringing out the Dragon Queen? We are 25-ish away from bringing out the Dragon Queen. 25 away. Speaking of, this view, brother, truly appreciate you.
Women.
People asking for women. Being a top-tier production is not what makes something AAA or not AAA. By that logic, Expedition 33 would be AAA, but it's not. Expedition 33 is not a AAA game.
Reason it's good is because it's a love letter to the classics in anime in all but art style. Guys, what are we doing? What are we serious? Are we seriously calling Expedition 33 Western cinematic slop? This is so much cope. I don't even think you could contain this amount of cope in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, this cope is so massive that it.
Butterframe then go with a 10-banger says for Cine. For Cine indeed. That would still put us like 5-ish away, but we damn getting closer. All y'all want to see Cine. I know why you want to see Cine, and for that, I know what you gooners are up to. You can't fool me.
It is felt all around the world. If you're trying to say that Expedition 33 didn't do anything different in comparison to, you know, other video games, you're coping. Because Expedition 33, let's not even talk about art style, because you clearly think it's like Western slop, which is fine, whatever. You're allowed to. It's art. You can think what you want to think. But in terms of the story was so fantastic and so well written, and the character.
Here's the dealio. Matt Fun and Cool says no Cine, and Cine is one of my best friends in the whole world. So because he says no Cine, I need someone to donate like a 5-banger right now to bring her out. Just to make Matt Fun and Cool not, just to make him upset spaghetti, because I like hanging out with my girl, but she's paywalled for a reason. I like her, but she's still an object. I still own her. So needless to say, yes, someone donated a 5-banger, bring her out, because Matt said don't do it. We need to do the opposite of what people tell us.
Characters were so well written and it all wove together, and it obviously had a major twist at the beginning of the game that most people didn't even see coming, which was truly shocking because they tricked you in their trailers. I mean, I'm not going to say it for people who haven't played it, but still, there is such a massive twist that gets you hooked almost immediately if you weren't already hooked by the opener that happens in the video game. I mean, sincerely, you must be coping if you think this game didn't do anything different in comparison to other RPGs or JRPGs or whatever you want to call it. Now, calling it Unreal Engine 5 visuals, and that's the only reason why this.
By the way, the Unreal Engine 5 visuals thing, that criticism bothers the hell out of me. And here's why. Because I'm a constant critic of Unreal Engine 5, right? I'm a constant critic of Unreal Engine 5. And the reason that I'm a constant critic of Unreal Engine 5 is because most devs, even most modern day AAA devs, don't create their own distinctive art styles within Unreal Engine 5. They just use basically the fucking, the prepackaged crap that comes with it. They don't bother actually putting their own spin on it. Expedition 33 is the exception to that rule. There is no other Unreal Engine 5 out there that looks like Expedition 33. When you look at Expedition 33, you know it's Expedition 33. You're not confusing it with any other fucking game. So the Unreal Engine 5 accusation is ridiculous, because these devs actually did. We need more than a 5-banger. We're currently at $36.99. Oh, well, I was wrong. My bad. Apparently, I was wrong. Thanks for doing the math, Dax. I appreciate you. I was just doing shit off the top of my head. I was just going off memory. Anyway, Unreal Engine 5, these are some of the few devs that actually put in the work to not have it look like Unreal Engine 5 slop. To not have it like, so are you out of your mind?
Game was even remotely successful, and Hollywood actors, I mean, again, you're absolutely coping. It has nothing to do with who the voice actor is. It has to do with the work that the voice actor actually did. The voice actors and experts.
Has anybody here ever anybody bought a game based on the voice actor? Like, this game was like, oh, well, this game didn't interest me, but because Matthew Mercer's in it, I'm going to buy it. Because Roger Craig Smith is in it, I'm going to buy it. What? No one has ever fucking done that.
Expedition 33 did a fantastic job. I don't really care about their politics. Some of them are woke as hell, but it doesn't matter. They did a fantastic job, and they kept that shit out of the game, and that's all that matters to me anyway at the end of the day.
To say to every neurodivergent person watching this in this room.
This was a low point for the Game Awards. Leonardo goes star with a 5 bangers. Says, we need good opinions. Bring Cindy out. Well, apparently I was off on my math, so y'all have to bear with me. So we're about 10 away now. But still, shout out. Thank you. Truly appreciate you. My bad for being wrong on the math.
Stop it. Get some help.
That one was for me. I need help.
Because I know there's probably quite a lot of you. And at home.
And there is a reason why they are winning awards for best voice acting, right? Jennifer English won her award, even though she's a psychopath, and she had to go up there and be like, "Oh, this is for neurodivergent people." And meanwhile, the last award show, she's like,
and the ironic part, the real ironic part about this is like she's out there, the neurodivergent people. This is for them. Trust me, I've been through X. These motherfuckers that are slamming an Expedition 33 and calling it mid, they must be neurodivergent. So the people that you were virtue signaling to while giving your award, they trashing you right now. They just don't realize it.
"This is for vagina eaters." You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like, so these people who are woke as hell, we know a lot of them are woke as hell, but if you keep it out the video game, nobody cares as long as the video game is good and you respect the player's time and investment, which they did. And it is what it is. And voice actors aren't even part of the studio. They are hired contracted work. And once their work is done, they move on. So that's one example of the cope. I mean, we have, of course, IGN praising Jennifer English for talking about this is for every neurodivergent person watching. Yeah, whatever. That's absolutely stupid. IGN wants to talk about that, but they won't talk about anything else. You have this post from the NCS master saying, and the Expedition 33 award goes to Expedition 33. I mean, listen, people are losing their minds over this. It is what it is. Now, this is a really good post here from somebody called Noir over on X, and it says the following because it's so true. I have to share it. Corporate bootlickers spent their entire year defending Reddit slop like Avowed, Ghosts of Yote, Metroid Prime 4, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Meanwhile, indie game Clear Obscure Expedition 33 took home all the awards, while at that AAA slop was nowhere to be seen.
Based. Absolutely based. Now, corporate bootlickers spent their entire year defending Reddit slop like, I mean, I could just have memory hold it. I agree with 3 of the 4 of these. I could have memory hold it. Did they bootlick Avowed? Hold on. Let's check. Let's check if they bootlicked Avowed. IGN. Let's go see what they rated because I don't remember. Probably like an 8. They very well may have bootlicked it. Let's see. Avowed. Okay, IGN 7. They gave it the famed IGN 7. What a shock.
Real gamers won at the end of the day. Now, I think it's a little bit unfair to put Metroid Prime 4 in the same basket as Avowed, Ghosts of Yote, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, listen, man, I know like those NPCs are annoying, but a couple of annoying NPCs versus like an entire annoying game, I think it's totally different. So I wouldn't necessarily put Prime 4 in that same basket, but I understand what this guy.
For once, I'm gonna go harder than Hypno. Supposedly Leon, the Nintendo shill, the Nintendo fanboy. Now fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I think Metroid Prime 4 absolutely deserves to be up there amongst, because they call it Reddit slop, right? And that dialogue in a game that's traditionally told through text, and a game that's traditionally told through files, and a game that's traditionally told through exploration, all that was the definition of Reddit slop. Leonardo goes stall with a 10 banger, says, do it now. Alrighty, we're doing it now. I wish I was Niat. I would have an Arnie clip. Instead, we'll just give you the Smash JT clip. Cindy, welcome to the show. Do you have thoughts?
Oh my gosh. As far as Avowed or the Jennifer English thing?
I just asked you if you had thoughts. You could have told me that, like,
I have
why is the sky blue? And that's a fucking thought. Also, by the way, shout out Leonard. I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you, Godu. Oh man, that Jennifer English thing made me roll my eyes so fucking hard. I really do think I strained something. But as far as Avowed, I've never played it, so I don't really know.
Good. You're not missing anything. I was a dumbass defender of that game in its early, like when we were first seeing trailers, because it looked like it had like 2008 style Bethesda jank, which I do like. I because like that sort of games with that sort of jank, like nowadays, it harkens back to when gaming was good. I think that like a little bit of jank in a game is fine, acceptable. I even like find it to be endearing, right? I find it to be endearing. That being said, when the game actually came out, and it wasn't just a little bit of endearing jank, it was this is jank the game plus it sucked. I had to eat my fucking words on it.
Oh man, that sucks. I mean, like jank can be endearing, but if it gets into like certain mechanics, then there's nothing endearing about it, and they need to scrap the whole thing and start over, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, there's only one jank that can't be endearing, and it's this jank right here.
Okay, base, I understand.
Yeah, I couldn't resist. Golden Apple for a 5-banger says, I have to say, the new mega lights in Unreal Engine 5 are awesome. I have 150 plus lights on my scene, and it's still running at 120 FPS. And again, if you can use it properly and still make it original, I'm not inherently anti Unreal Engine 5. I am against Big Daddy Corpo, who should fucking know better, who should have people that actually are good at their jobs, that know how to fucking do their jobs, using it the same way like an indie dev would. Either way, shout out, truly appreciate you. Let's see. You know what? Give you this one.
And a friendly reminder, fuck you, Leon.
All right, thank you much, Golden Apples.
I was trying to say, and it's absolutely true, by the way. The entire year we spent listening to these people over on social media, on YouTube, the shills, right? And they hate being called shills, but at the end of the day, that's the only word we really have to describe them, because they were spending their entire time trying to tell you how amazing Ghost of Yote was, trying to tell you how amazing Assassin's Creed Shadows was, trying to tell you how the chuds got dunked on by these video games, and they're absolutely going to be game of the year, or trying to tell you that Avowed got extra hate or targeted hate or whatever the hell they were.
I didn't know Hypno used this one in his video. Okay. All right. So first of all, did you see this post at all, Senny? Just curious.
No, I haven't. But you know, I know if like I had said, "Hey, congrats to the black person game," people would be upset that I'd be racist.
Well, it's so funny you say that, because why don't you read what I said in response to this post?
Oh my gosh, you heard it here, blacks. Expedition 33 is a white person game by the decree of Whitey. Sorry. If we catch anyone dark playing it, we are legally allowed to give you a public whipping to remind you of your place. Sorry, folks, I don't make the rules.
I'm really happy with this tweet. I won't lie. Like I do love the good old fashioned racism in that particular tweet. So yeah, Whitney instead of Whitey. How'd you fuck up Whitey? You ruined the whole thing. Know. Whitey.
Whoopsie.
Try to call it. They would. There's other games, by the way, not just these 3 games. There were other games that these corporate.
Oh, look at that. Angmar is here. I gotta address something with Angmar when his video's over. Yo, shout out Masagawa. Thanks for the sub, bud.
Ass lickers were trying to push all over social media as the next big thing, because they either get paid to do so or they want to gain access from doing so. Whatever it may be, they were out here trying to lie to people forcibly. Or you know what? Maybe they were telling the truth. But the thing is, their truth means it has to be your truth. And that is the most annoying thing about them.
There is no such thing as their truth, your truth, my truth. There is just the truth.
Yeah, every time I hear somebody like start a conversation with, "Well, here's my truth," I know you're lying.
Not only you lying, but you're fucking delusional because you don't know what the word truth means.
Yeah.
I love white people games too.
Well, they will say, well,
shit, man, Guitar Hero white as fuck. And I loved Guitar Hero back in the day.
Since I love this game, that means you can't hate this game. That's essentially how they act. And it's ridiculous. They try to call you a grifter if you don't like a game that they don't like. It's unbelievable. So that was a great post by Noir. And then, of course, we have Pirate Nation showcasing this post that I want to play. Clear ups for Expedition 33 winning Game of the Year at the Game Awards. By the way, here's what they decided to do. This is the legend. This is how legendary this studio is. Not only did they win 9 awards, but they also decided to drop a DLC on everybody the moment they won the award. Now, I believe they had this DLC planned anyway, but still.
And I could be wrong. Someone fat checked me. Pretty sure it was fucking free. So not only they shadow drop a DLC during the fucking Game Awards when they won, but it was free, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, hold on. I see the original tracks for the music, but I'm not seeing.
Yeah, it was just an auto update.
Oh, was it? Then yeah, it was
Thank you.
free. Then it was free. Yeah.
Bro, that is just straight up big dick energy. I didn't even know the French were capable of big dick energy.
Oh my gosh,
fantastic that
wait
they
a
saved
minute.
it all the
You're
way for
saying
the-
you like something from the French. That's wild.
Oh yeah, it says it right there, free major update. Yeah. Look, there's a few things from the French that I don't mind now and again. Like baguettes are cool if like you're in the mood for some carbs. Their original, political documents, a lot of ours is based on theirs. John Locke and all that. That's pretty based. Think that might be it.
French fries.
Yeah, croissant.
There you
French
go.
fries are not actually French. You do know
I
that,
know.
right?
I do know.
Okay.
I was just being stupid.
Hairy underarms. Fuck off, Hypno.
Again, as a massive extra dunk. And guess what? They didn't charge you money for it. They're dropping these up.
French pussy is not good. French pussy is Muslim pussy at this point. So no, French pussy is the opposite of good. Tastes like goat.
Updates, and they're charging you absolutely $0 for these updates. How much more can they felt the AAA gaming industry? I can only imagine how Ubisoft and Square Enix must feel looking at this. This is the embodiment of Square Enix thinking that turn-based video games don't sell anymore. Remember when they said that? This is the embodiment of Ubisoft thinking that for a video game like Assassin's Creed Shadows based in feudal Japan, that this is the representation of what it would have been like if they didn't go with Yasuke Inoue. You know what I mean? Like, this is the representation of their worst nightmares coming true. We're on center stage for everybody to see, millions of people to see. Their entire narrative about the entire industry has completely gone up in flames within 9 awards. It is glorious. Let's watch the Expedition 30.
By the way, even if they didn't win 9 awards, let's say even if they didn't win any awards, that wouldn't change a goddamn thing, in my opinion. Because, like I was saying on Badger's show, like I said on our SNH, Vital Idol crossover extravaganza yesterday, New Blacks and all that. This is a game that in 30 years, if YouTube is still around and YouTube's still a thing and people are still making retrospective videos and greatest games of all times lists and shit like that, this game will be just as lauded and beloved and looked at as shaping the cultural gaming zeitgeist as things like Ocarina of Time and Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
Even if it would,
that's fair.
Like, I mean, even if it didn't win a single award, like in 30 years, do you think people are going to look back on the 9 awards this won? Or do you think they're going to be making videos talking about the story, the characters, how impactful the game is? And like the awards are kind of going to be a fucking footnote in this game's history, in my opinion.
You know what? I don't know, because I think a lot of people will remember that and then bring it up because it made a lot of people angry. So they'd be like, yeah, this, 9 award-winning game, like for all these categories, that's how much you should play it. I could see that.
In 30, I mean, I really don't. I mean, maybe you're right, but like when we talk about fucking Ocarina of Time now, most people don't mention, again, it technically is a factually accurate statement, and they throw it in as like a piece of trivia. Oh, to this day, it's the highest rated game on Metacritic. But how many people actually talk about that as a selling point when they're doing their full retrospective videos, pouring their hearts out about how much they love Ocarina of Time? How many of them bring up it's to this day in 2025 the highest rated game of all time on Metacritic?
That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, like, you really never know. People are kind of like, I didn't really expect people to spurg out over the fact that it won so many awards.
I didn't either. I truly didn't. But here we are.
3 head of the studio talk really quick.
What a weird timeline for us. This was supposed to be a joke. The Berian Narnia. I have no idea what's happening. Well, I want to thank first the incredible team at Unfold Interactive. They are not watching from home, as we brought literally everybody here to celebrate with us. So I love you guys.
That is awesome.
Agreed.
Oh, that one lady was crying. Oh, how sweet.
I also want to thank Kepler.
Did you just say that woman was crying? How sweet.
Yeah, because she's emotional.
Women.
Interactive, our publisher, but also our localization teams, our playtesters, our wonderful cast for both motion capture and voice, and all the people who worked on this game to make it happen. It's really a teamwork. So just thank you to everybody who contributed. And also, I want to extend a thank to the unsung heroes of this industry, the people who make tutorials on YouTube on how to make a game, because we had no idea how to make a game before. So thank you.
Cheeky.
Yeah, knowing that these are ex-Ubisoft devs and whatnot, like that's, yeah, again, cheeky. But jokes aside, there is also something to say about like creators and developers and whatnot acknowledging the internet community, because let's be real, gaming is in a vastly different place now in the modern era because of social media, because of YouTube, than it was in, let's say, the 90s and early 2000s and whatnot, when like, yeah, we would talk about with our friends and whatnot. We would read Game Informer, Nintendo Power, and you might talk to people at the comic shop. But it's become this global community that we didn't gatekeep hard enough. That's neither here nor there. And yeah, I think that social media is a big part of it. How many indie games, not just Expedition 33, but how many indie games blow up to massive proportion organically because of the streamer scene? Like Ball Pit, Repo, Schedule One. There's these happy accidents because of the advent of the streamer culture.
I mean, that's true. I also kind of look at Hollow Knight because I feel like it blew up when streamers started actually playing it. I could be wrong, but I mean, like, yeah, we need more successes like this that prove that, you know, we don't need to spend a tremendous amount. We don't need like a massive ass budget for a game. People can just create a game because they love what they do. They want to tell a story.
I think you're entirely correct.
And I'll extend a personal thank you to an important man in my life, Mr. Hironobu Sakaguchi, who made me fall in love with games and inspired me to become a game.
Bro, will of the fans freaked out at the Nobu Sakaguchi name drop. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
The creator of Final Fantasy.
Oh shit.
So like he's given the big ups to like a veteran, an industry legend. And again, this is one of those moments like not forgetting your roots, like remembering where you came from. The only thing I will say is they need to keep this energy no matter what. Like going forward, all other games, all the releases, they got to keep this energy because this is what has endeared us, not just to the game, but to the dev team behind the game.
Yeah, completely true. Oh, man. I want to see what they do next.
Yeah, me too. A lot of people are saying that, and maybe they've already officially stated this, I'm not sure, but a lot of people are saying that like Claire Obscure is the title and it's going to be like anthology. So like Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Next thing will be Claire Obscure new title. And it won't actually be like related or like, it won't be a sequel to Expedition 33, but it'll be like an anthology like within that same universe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that idea.
Oh, I'm excited.
And finally, just a massive thank you to the players for all your covers, your fan art, your endless arguing about which ending is a good one. That's wonderful to read. Thank you so much. And I think that actions are worth more than words. So if you remember, we promised some content a few months ago. So I'm very happy to say that it's releasing now. And you can just go home and play. It's free. New weapons, new quests, new boss, so just the cool stuff.
I remember saying it was free at the awards.
Thank you so much. You changed our lives. You changed the studio's life, and it's really wonderful. So thank you, and for those who come after.
So
Ah!
that was a fantastic speech.
said the
And the
line!
hilarious thing about that speech is three things. Okay. Three things that destroy, in my opinion, the gaming industry's entire ideology. The first thing is that he thanked YouTubers. That is a big no-no in the gaming industry. You do not thank you.
See? You don't like, can you imagine if some dev went up there, any dev, and was like, shout out to Asmongold for playing our game on stream. It really helped it blow up.
Oh man, the backlash would be swift.
Kotaku and Polygon and the Mary Sue and the Gamer and Gamer, dude, they would all just like the journalists in the audience, assuming they were invited, would start writing right the fuck that he just say Asmongold. It would be like a fucking trigger word, bro.
Oh no, everybody would whip out their phones and start tweeting madly in the middle of the ceremony. You know, it's just because that would drive them insane.
Different but yes, you're boring.
YouTubers for anything, especially since he said right after that they had no idea how to make a video game. And meanwhile, not only did they learn from YouTubers, but they also destroyed the entire Western gaming industry by learning from the YouTubers, the people that the industry claims that they hate every single day, the people they claim that the YouTubers have no idea what they're talking about. And meanwhile, I just think that's great. The second thing is that he obviously thanked the Final Fantasy creator, Hironobu Sakaguchi, which is massive, right? Because unfortunately, Sakaguchi, pretty much after he left the Final Fantasy series, a lot of people believe that that is when the series had completely started to tank. So having him shout out.
People feel the same way about Hironobu Sakaguchi as I feel about Shinji Mikami after he left Resident Evil. It's not the same. Like, yeah, Resident Evil 5 is great. It's fun. You know, I've played, like, frankly, a lot of hours of it together, and you reignited my love for that game. But it was still like the beginning of the end. Yeah, Sakaguchi, I mean, again, just absolute legend. And the idea, we were talking about this on Niat's show earlier. Now we were talking about in the context of film, but it works here because I said near the end of Niat's stream how these modern directors and these modern creators, modern writers, whatnot, have no respect or appreciation for like films that came out in the 70s, for example. And I think we're seeing the same thing by and large in the video game industry.
Yeah, no, that's true. So seeing this happen, you're going to have other people wonder, well, what is Final Fantasy? Because like, what is the original Final Fantasy? Not all this new shit, the original stuff. What inspired him? I need to go see it for myself. So maybe that'll bring back more awareness to like the good times. And maybe we get more people inspired for all this.
Yeah, here's the question. Do you think this inspires Square Enix to get their shit together?
I doubt it. But there is a chance, since they're deciding, hey, we don't really want the West's opinion, at least in Japan, right? I don't know if this is like something Square Enix itself would do, but there is a chance because they sound like they're learning a little bit.
Well, not only that, but what if I also told you that by Square Enix own admission, their last two big name Final Fantasy entries have underperformed notably.
And good. I'm glad because those ones.
Me as well.
Yeah, so this is a very good lesson for all the game industries. Stop doing this.
But what do you think they're on a scale of 1 to 10 when you consider the underperformance of the Final Fantasy games, the call out and stuff like this, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think they're going to listen?
I don't know. They've been really stubborn about it. So I want to say maybe a 6.
6 was about where I was going as well. Like, I don't think this in isolation is enough to teach them their lesson, but I do think the failure of their games combined with this is, I think that maybe I'm just being optimistic. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Maybe it's because I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I want to see a return to Final Fantasy's former glory. But I do think that they, again, there's a chance. I think 6 is a pretty fair number. A lot of people in the chat saying 3. I've seen a lot of people say 3. I'm surprised no IGN 7 out of 10 answer. So
somebody like Sakaguchi is pretty huge for somebody who is big into JRPGs or RPGs in general. Most people will probably know of Sakaguchi, and if you don't, you should definitely look him up because he's a very important person. So that was number 2, and that was hilarious. And number 3, and the biggest one of all.
Hypno says the sad thing is what got him canned wasn't even a game. It was a failure of Spirits Within. He left it. All right. I knew that. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. Square Enix basically almost bankrupted themselves going all in on Spirits Within. I mean, they dumped so much money into that movie, only for it to be a massive flop. I mean, and I think at the time it was made, I don't know if it was the most expensive movie ever made or just in the list. But yeah, Square Enix went all in on it. So yeah, wasn't even a game.
It wasn't even worth it. Holy shit.
Nope.
Is to drop a DLC with lots of content, and it's called Verso Drafts, and this content is free. He dropped a free big content patch right at the end of his speech, which is massive, and another felting for an industry that is trying to nickel and dime gamers every chance that they get. Absolutely destroyed in every way imaginable, and you love to see it. Now, one thing that is causing controversy right now, and obviously not really shocked at this, is considering the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Twitter page had just simply posted when the announcement of the Game of the Year award was Expedition 33. They posted the meme dog of This Is Fine, right? Where the dog is.
I thought this was funny as fuck. That the KCD, the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 like crew posted this to X. Dude, I find this fucking funny. What about you?
I didn't hear about this. So this is, yeah, no, I agree. This is funny. And it's going to get them clowned on for it because it does look like it's being unprofessional, in a sense. But I mean, I don't really care like why people were upset about it or why people liked it. It's not a game I would play. So interesting move for sure.
People say that, oh, it's unprofessional, whatnot. I would like to direct you to a little company called Sega. Do you remember, Cinny, in the 90s, what Sega's fucking catchphrase was?
I do not.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Ah, well, yeah,
that was their
like
fucking catchphrase on their commercial, like their public commercials. They're announcing the Sega Genesis or the next Sonic game or the next Vector Man or whatever. The commercials on TV would literally end with Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Oh man, I love that feistiness though.
Agreed. I want that shit back. Oh, it's unprofessional. Go fuck yourself, you bitch ass loser. I want to see these companies clowning on each other and throwing shade and like spurring forth these like fan wars and whatnot. Dude, rivalry and fandoms is what keeps shit alive. Y'all think like dude, Star Wars versus Star Trek, age-old debate. Goku versus Superman, age-old debate. Rivalries are good.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is like, and I'm saying this as a VTuber from watching all the VTuber stuff, like with Peanut. It's crazy because people don't understand rivalry anymore because all they see is, oh, nobody else can do what my favorite person does because if they do, they deserve to go KO themselves, and it's like, what the fuck?
You could say kill themselves. It's my fucking show.
Sorry. But yeah, no, it's like, you got to go kill yourself now because, I don't like your take on something. It's wild.
Yes, Unknown. Wendy's win at everybody. Not only do Wendy's go at McDonald's.
Well, that was my favorite.
Dude, Wendy's went at regular fucking people. Like, just people would tweet to Wendy's. And Wendy's, they were legendary for their clapbacks. I think more companies should do shit like that. Instead of just changing your fucking profile picture to some lame-ass fucking rainbow during June, being gay for pay, pretending you care about dicks going in assholes, start clapping back at motherfuckers for some lulls. It's funny. It's fine.
Yeah. Have a sense of humor again. Jesus wept.
Surrounded by fire, trying to pretend like everything is fine. And I think it's funny. I really do think it's funny But the fallout from this is massive, right? Like, people are not happy about this. You have a lot of people that are coping, trying to say that KCD2 should have won RPG of the year. And listen, KCD2 was a fantastic RPG. I played it. I liked it. It was great. And both of these games are actually a testament to not only talent, but also the low budget capability of some of these studios when they really tried. Now, Expedition 33 was revealed to have a
people seem to forget, since it's been a few months, when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out, was there hype? Absolutely. When Expedition 33 dropped, everyone was talking about it. It was the music, it was the story, it was the design, who voiced who did a better job. Everyone talked about it. There was not a single channel that was not hyping this shit up. So while yes, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was good to some people, I really don't care about if you liked it or not. Point is that the love for Expedition 33 lasted a long time.
I would push back and say that is still lasting.
Yeah.
Do you remember what month Expedition 33 came out?
It was April?
Yes. We're in fucking December, and people look. It's not that this just got re-hyped because of the Game Awards. Ever since when it dropped in April, all the way through now, I have consistently seen just outpourings of affection for this game. Like, when's the last time you saw not just a game, any product live in the promised land of constant internet adoration for like 8 or 9 months fucking straight?
Right. Oh my gosh. So no, I think this game inspired me to actually go vote on this Game Awards, which I never do because I don't fucking care. And then I voted on Expedition 33
hold on.
and Silk Song and stuff
What
like
did you
that.
vote for best family game and best racing game?
I Sonic for the racing game, but I don't remember the other one.
Okay, that's for as long as you voted Sonic. I was gonna worried I was gonna have to find a new co-host.
Budget of
No,
less than $10 million. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, less than $10 million was the budget for Expedition 33. When it comes to KCD2, their budget was around $42 million. So it was definitely a lot more up there compared to Expedition 33. But the fallout from this particular post from KCD2 is massive. You got this post saying Vargas Salvatierra says Daniel Vavra did everything in his power to appease the DEI gods and still got completely snubbed. I really wouldn't call it completely snubbed, because if you want to see what completely snubbed looks like, just look at Hogwarts.
I was gonna say he's gonna bring up Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy got snubbed. That shit wasn't even at the Game Awards, despite the fact that it was universally loved. That's what snubbed looks like. Look, no one's saying Ghost of Yotei was snubbed, because it wasn't. It got nominated, it just didn't win shit. Nor should it have. Like, remember when Cindy was streaming Dying Repeatedly and you were doing 5 pushes per death? I want to go back to that. I want to do more streams where, like, you know, we've got these physical push-up, these like physical punishments or anything like that.
Well, I picked up Stellar Blade. You're welcome to join me. I might kill you though.
That weren't you playing it the other night? I'm pretty sure I was watching you play it the other night.
It was on Wednesday. Yeah.
Was it Wednesday? Okay, the other day then. Yeah. So yeah, I had you on in the background while I was playing Persona 5 Strikers. But yeah, no, I would definitely do something like that. Maybe I could do it on my own streams. I don't know.
Hogwarts Legacy, that was completely snubbed, right? But when it comes to KCD2, they were nominated. They were nominated for Game of the Year. They just didn't win, and that could be either because it's rigged or that could be because it's legit. But
did they do it on Sunday?
Yeah, we could do that on Sunday on Glitch in Paradise.
On Sunday, we're playing a game together, and it's a very high intensity game. So having to like stop and pause to do push-ups, I don't think would like.
It doesn't have to be on Gauntlet. It could be a different game.
Oh, it could be a different game. That's true. I mean, I want to hang out with you when we stream on Sunday, assuming that stream happens. So like, we'd have to figure out what it is, if not Gauntlet. We're only 10 levels away from beating Gauntlet. I feel like we kind of got to play Gauntlet.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying not
to decide. But overall, people are just laughing at this entire situation, and they're honestly very, very clearly angry at the fact that KCD2 did not win Game of the Year. Now, with the revelation of the $10 million less budget from Expedition 33, this is where I want to drive this whole video home. Obviously, there's a lot.
$10 million. Like, this game cost the same amount to make as fucking Godzilla -1, bro.
And had the same impact as Godzilla -1.
I would
Imagine that.
wager had more.
Oh, yeah. But imagine that. You don't have to spend an astronomical amount. You can spend something more reasonable and put out a product that everyone will love.
Let's just do something here real quick. Assassin's Creed Shadows budget. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a confirmed development budget exceeding 100 million euros, $116 million. So Assassin's Creed Shadows did 10 plus Expedition 33s.
And how much did they make?
What is there to show for it?
Oh, that Attack on Titan bullshit.
Yeah. That. Bro. 10.6 Expedition 33s in Assassin's Creed Shadows. And after the Attack on Titan DLC, do you know what the award was? Did you look into what the award was with the Attack on Titan DLC?
I think it was just like a cinematic because you still had to pay money if you wanted the outfits.
That you couldn't even pay for the outfits until you beat the Attack on Titan special. So by beating the special mode, the reward was now you can pay us for outfits.
Are you fucking? Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Fucking Ubisoft. Fucking modern gaming in a nutshell, really.
And that is why you're aren't they the former devs of Ubisoft? Like Ubisoft?
33, yes, they're a bunch of former Ubisoft. Yeah.
And that's why they got spanked.
A lot of cope right now going out there about Expedition 33. You can have your thoughts about it. You can call it glazing. You can say that the game is overblown. You can say whatever you want to say about the game. That's perfectly fine. You have your right to say that. But here's what I will say. This is a prime example of a passionate studio that was smart with their budget, that knew what they were going to make, and they went and made it, right? When you have AAA studios that are all over the place, they don't know what they want to do because you have so many different agendas going in, trying to change things, fix things, or whatever. You end up with a clusterfuck. And that's exactly what happens in most of these AAA games. And by the time they figure it out, their budgets are 150 million, 200 million, 250 million. And it's almost impossible for them to make their money back. This is the difference between a AAA studio that has no real direction versus an independent studio that has a very small team, that has a very strong direction and knows exactly what they're trying to do. And they set out to do it.
See, it says it's earned glazing. And maybe this is just me. Is it glazing if it's justified, if it's earned? Because I use the term glazing as a pejorative, like it's only glazing if they haven't earned the big ups that you're giving them.
I mean, that's fair. I try to tell people, like, look, I'm not trying to glaze you. I'm just giving you, like, I
mean, you can glaze me anytime you want.
See, if I say that, then it sounds weird.
$1 million, ladies and gentlemen, won Game of the Year for Sandfall Interactive. Just think about that. That number is insane. That should shock pretty much anybody, and that should honestly make these people feel terrible. The AAA industry, Ubisoft, Square Enix, all these companies. Square Enix literally said turn-based video games are dead and they won't sell. And now look at them. Game of the Year went to a...
Meanwhile, again, not even talking about Expedition 33. Meanwhile, Persona games always sell well. Like, if you combine Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, just those two games themselves, you're looking at 9 million copies sold. That's not including the re-releases of Personas 3 and 4, the upcoming the remake of Persona 3, the upcoming remake of 4, the side games because I guess those aren't really turn-based, so I guess those don't matter. But like, clearly, turn-based games still do sell. If they didn't sell, why would Square Enix be making more Dragon Quest games, which are fucking turn-based games?
That's the problem, though, is that these developers are out of touch with their consumers. They do not care what their consumers want because they know better. They know how to make the money. They don't care. I mean, just frankly.
Yeah, Metaphor sold over 2 million copies. I just checked it the other day, actually, because I needed it for a video. let's see. How many copies did Final Fantasy 16 sell? 3 million copies in its launch week. Sales growth slowed significantly, reaching around 3.5 million units by early 2025. Those are the most recent figures we have. 3.5 million units over 2 years. If
Wow.
turn-based games don't sell, what about your Devil May Cry fucking knockoff game only selling 3.5 million units?
That's such a good question. Oh, goodness.
Turn-based RPG, and they have to eat the shit. And Ubisoft, you already know what Ubisoft stands. And this is not even just calling out those two. There are a bunch of studios out there that think exactly like them. And Sandfall Interactive and Expedition 33, whether you hate them or not, they are the complete opposite of the narrative that the AAA gaming industry has been trying to sell you for years on years on years. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what did you think about the Expedition 33's mega sweep that happened at the Game Awards? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And if you don't comment, your view's not going to count. That absolutely sucks, man. So make sure to comment.
So yeah, shout out to Hypno. Great video. Dropping the link in the chat right there. If you guys, for whatever reason, aren't subbing my boy Hypno, first of all, thank you for subbing to me first. But no, sub to him, give him a like. Hypno's a legend, truly an awesome friend. Adore that motherfucker when he's making good content, and even when he's not making good content, even when he's making this gross, disgusting, grifting content about journalists that shall not be named. No, I'm joking. He hasn't talked about her in years. But no, jokes aside, yeah, everyone shout out to Hypno.